I decided I'm probably going to cancel both interviews. It's not intentionally on purpose. It's just that one starts from 12. One starts at 7 o'clock to 12. And I got to reload my tab card, so that one ain't going to work. And then the other interviewer changed up the time on me, but I have a bonus. I have something that I'm going to take a look into on the phone later. And then I have an interview on Monday. So we still have an interview, so it's not like I'm getting out of the interview. I still have one. Now, that's not what you want me to talk about on YouTube. Today's YouTube video is going to be called Sex Game Man Code. There is no man code part 2. You know why I like to make these types of videos? Because they're new, they're fresh ideas, there's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to explore in this world. Because so many YouTubers, like, not O'Shea, I mean, O'Shea has talked about it in the past, but YouTubers like a Solo TV84 has kind of talked about it in the past. Jada Black loves talking about the subject, and not to try to hurt his feelings or discourage him in any form, but there is no such thing of the man code. Now, I made it in my original YouTube channel before I got sabotaged and someone tried to hack my account and hack my YouTube videos, but the reason why I'm making a part 2 is because a lot of these are revised version videos. The ones that are on my old original channels, I can't switch them over to my new channels because Google and YouTube will not allow it. More YouTube than Google, because if YouTube don't like what you're doing, they're just gonna stop it dead in its tracks. So I have to do a revised version with some new bonus material information to prove my claims why there's no such thing of it. Now, what you have to understand is that when I say there is no guy code, it is because there really isn't. Like I did with the women. Now, I already talked about what happens when women fight over men, and I already made a video telling men don't fight over women, but we're going to talk about the guy code and why I say there's no guy code. Now, what you have to understand is it is every man for himself, okay? 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, the average man is sexually frustrated. There is something in his life that is not going according to plan. Remember when the Joker said in The Dark Knight, it's a part of the plan? Remember when the Joker said in the movie that if a gangbanger drives by and shoot up the whole place, no one complains, because why? Everything's going according to the plan. If I get a truck full of soldiers and they get blown to smithereens, no one complains, because why? It's a part of the plan. And you know the rest of that. Well, if you got a house or an apartment and you got 2 jobs or you got 3 jobs and you make a lot of money, or you got your own company, and it doesn't matter if you're a black man, a white man, a Mexican man, an Asian man, or an Indian man, and you've been working for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you have accomplished everything else, but there's just this one thing that seems to be missing from your life. It is beautiful, attractive women. You like and you love black women, white women, Mexican women, Asian women, Indian women. And when you see that it's been 5 years since you've asked a woman out to lunch and dinner, or you begged her to let you take her out for a cup of coffee early in the morning, and she tells you the most famous words that's universal by every race of woman: no, because I don't know you and you're too busy. And you find out that she has a boyfriend. Now, most women have an obligation to tell you if they have a boyfriend or if they don't have a boyfriend. Now, some women, if they just want to be evil, cold, vindictive bitches, they will never tell you if they have a boyfriend. Then you have some women that feel like if I don't tell them, I don't want them harassing me or messing with me later on when he see me at the gym or he see me at work or at school. So I'm gonna hurt his feelings by telling him I have a boyfriend, I'm seeing someone. And some men get upset because they created this so-called chemistry with the woman, and now that you gotta hear some bad news, it's painful to hear that this is a woman you find physically, sexually attractive. This is a woman you want to take out to lunch and dinner. This is a woman that you like. This is a woman that you want to date and ultimately be your girlfriend, your wife. Problem is, she's already taken. Now, in my other YouTube video, I called the video called "A Woman Has 7 Boyfriends," because the woman is never single. Every time she break up with one guy, she's got another guy lined up around the corner, and you'll never know it until it's too little too late. Now, the average man resents guys that have girlfriends. You know, all this crap talk on the internet about be midtown and go your own way. All of that is a bunch of ignorant bullshit, okay? It's highly overrated. Because a lot of these guys who tell you that bullshit are angry and resentful that when they go to a 24-hour fitness, or they go to Gold's Gym, or Planet Fitness, or they go to the park, or they go to the beach, or the movie theater, or their job, and they see a girl that they used to like in high school and college date a basketball player or a football player, that goes that hate, there goes that rage, that resentment, that I hate that son of a bitch because he has something that I want, and every time I try to communicate that to the female, I don't get it. So I'm pissed. So I'm gonna go midtown. And you got guys that like to hide under the label of midtown that are not midtown. And then you got guys that had girlfriends, they got stabbed in the back 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, so they have every right to be pissed. The reason why I say bullshit is because now you got a case where you got more men hiding under the label than guys that are actually midtown. So that's why I say now it's bullshit and it's overrated. And the proof to you that there is no guy code, think about this. You tell your best friend you like a girl, right? First mistake that every man makes. You tell another man, she's great, she's sexy, she's hot, she's cute, and then he look at you and say, but did you get her phone number? Did you ask her out to lunch and dinner? Did you ask her out for a cup of coffee? Did you ask for her Facebook? Does she talk to you on Facebook? And the answer is no. And then your friend tell you the rules because the bad boys and the players told him the rules. So now he got to put you up on game. And the rules are, if you can't get her to say yes to taking her out to lunch and dinner, you don't get to open your mouth and talk about a girl that you like. If you ask your best friend, I don't know, you pay him $50 to $100 to go hack some shit on phone conversations, which, by the way, I highly recommend you don't do that. Because if the girl finds out that you're doing that, you can get arrested and you can go to jail. Like, you might go to jail for about 2 to 3 years, maybe 5 years, depending on the situation or how you've done it. You can get caught. Trust me, you can get caught if you make a nasty habit out of it. The point that I'm trying to make is, it becomes that movie, There's Something About Mary. Every man is trying to get with Mary. Every man's trying to have sex with Mary. Every man's trying to screw and bang Mary. But they all get rejected because they all have some type of problem. You've seen that movie in the 90s. And they have made prequels to the story. They've even went as far to make There's Something About a Mary Part 2 and Part 3 that went straight to DVD. Which Part 2 is about the same thing that happens to a guy, but it's a guy that met a girl at his job and he gets laid off or whatever, and he ain't seen the woman in 10 to 15 years, and when he see her in another city and state, it's just like the first movie, it's just done in a different contents. I'm just trying to give you an example of what the second one was. I ain't never watched the second one, but they do make sequels and prequels off of There's Something About Mary, American Pie. You know, they do take these movies and they make sequels and prequels to these movies from the 1990s and the 2000s. And you get jealousy and resentful. Now, when a man goes 5 years, 10, 15 years sexually frustrated, and he see his best friend has everything: the house, the car, the money, the looks, the status, the hot girl, he's got friends, he's got respect, he becomes jealous, he becomes resentful. You know, he can't get invited to family gatherings or family picnics because they made another rule. Once you have everything and you accomplish everything and you go to a family picnic, you're the single man and everyone else has a girlfriend or a wife. Either you're in a relationship or in a marriage. And 99.99% what you get told at birthday parties and birthday showers and family reunions and family get-togethers, or high school reunion parties or job reunion parties. Yes, there's a such thing of job reunion parties. Like if somebody works for a company and they've been there for 5 or 10 years and then they decide to do this special get-together where they call all the people that work at a place, they call all the people that they know for a fact that they were friends with 100%, and they call them up. You gonna get told right off the bat, so where's your girlfriend? Where's your wife at? How come it's been 5 years? How come it's been 10 years? How come it's been 15 years that you don't have no wife? You ain't got no girlfriend. And the first time you use this excuse, well, because I get rejected all the time. And then they'll say, maybe if you stop being an asshole or a jerk, maybe some woman might give you a chance. Then you are not an asshole and you're not a jerk, and women still decide to judge a book by its cover. You're too short, you're too fat, you're out of shape, you're not tall, dark, and handsome. Hold on. You know, you're not tall, dark, and handsome. You don't play basketball and football. You don't have a house or a car. So you still get rejected. And then the average man gets rejected so many times, it's not even funny. You know, there are cases where a guy will get rejected 5 times, 10 times, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 times. And then in 10 years, that man's been rejected anywhere between 50 to 100 times in 10 years. By over 50 women. So it could be 50 women, 50 rejections, or it could be one woman and you get rejected 10 times, 15, 20 times. And by the time you're 30 years old, everyone's laughing and making fun of you because it's 10 years later, you're 30 years old, and you don't have no girlfriend. You're not in no relationship. And then people think it's funny because you're struggling to understand the dating dynamics of how dating works. And they figured it out, and you ain't figured it out. So they're laughing because they don't understand, how is it I got a girlfriend or a wife, and how come you can't get one? And when you try to explain to them that it's feminism or it's Me Too, they'll look at you like that's bullshit, despite the fact that we have feminism and we have Me Too. I got a girlfriend, so I got around all the traps. And then you sell them because you're physically, sexually attractive and women like you. You got a 6-pack, or you're 6'2" or 6'4", and again they look at you like excuses, 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 and you get discouraged by that. Then you see how beautiful and attractive the woman is, whether it's a black woman, a white woman, or a Mexican woman, or an Asian woman, and you have this idea in your head: the first sign that this guy makes a mistake and he fucks up, I want his woman. So when people be saying, go get your own woman, there is no such thing of you getting your own woman. 99.999% accurately, you're going to meet 80% of women by complete, total random. You go to a 24-hour fitness gym. almost every single beautiful, attractive woman, whether it's a black woman, a white woman, a Mexican woman, or an Asian woman, either is married to a man, is engaged to get married to a man, or has a boyfriend. And as soon as you... Sorry, car accident. Saw a car accident yesterday, see a car accident today. So like I was saying, that you go to the gym, right? I don't care if you go to 24 Hour Fitness, LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, Gold's Gym, UFC Gym, the YMCA. I don't care what gym you go to. As soon as you try to talk to a beautiful, attractive woman, she's gonna hit you with those legendary, famous words that are universal. I have a boyfriend. I see someone. And you're gonna see that a lot. I don't care if you go to the park, you go to the beach, you go to the movie theater, you go to college, you go to work, and the woman's gonna say, I'm seeing someone. No thank you, I'm not interested. You're gonna hear that about 85 to 90% on average. Before you know it, it's 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years that you keep hearing this from women. And women do it intentionally on purpose, because they think it's funny to see you struggle, and she want to see how do you react to somebody taking something away from you, or won't give you something, or want to see you put in the work. And you get mad because the girl keeps rejecting you and won't give you a chance. But when she see a guy that's an asshole or a jerk, she gives him a chance. She sees the bad boy or the player, she gives him a chance. It's the nice guy and the good guy, she don't give him a chance. Like in my YouTube video when I talk about the time frame that it takes to have sex. Remember I said in that YouTube video that the longest that a woman should make a man wait for sex is 3 to 5 months. If a woman make you wait 6 months or 9 months, or it's 2 years or it's 5 years, that means the woman do not find you physically, sexually attractive and do not like you and has never respected you in the first place. Because guys she find physically, sexually attractive, she don't make them wait 6 months, 9 months, 2 years, or 5 years, or 10 years to have sex. And as soon as the guy waits for the girl to break up, that's when the guy has sex with someone else's girlfriend. Then there are times where the guy knows his best friend has a girlfriend, and she's flirting with him and hitting on him. And some part of him don't want to stop it because he never gets no attention from women. You know, it's been 5 years, it's been 10 years. Why should I stop my best friend's girlfriend when don't nobody give me no fucking attention? So I feel obligated. I want a slice of apple pie. Fuck him. He always gets a slice of apple pie. Here comes the anger, here comes the rage, the jealousy, the resentment, you always get something good, and I'm always putting in the hard work, and it gets ignored. Then you have my personal favorite, where it's a girl you try to mac to in high school and college, and you see her maybe 5 years later, 10 years later, she's divorced, she might have 3 kids, she might have 7 kids, God forbid if she has 10 kids, and you know she's married, you know she has kids, but again, some part of you goes, fuck the other guy. He always getting something nice. Someone's always giving him something good. And then people say maybe if you work your ass off and you get it, and here's what stupid, delusional people don't understand. There's something called politics. It exists on every level. There's politics in business. There's politics when it comes to running for president of the United States. There's politics when it comes to going to work. There's politics in sports. And even if you put in the work, and I've heard someone say this, it don't matter if you put in 5 years, 10, 15, you could put in 20 years of hard work and dedication and still don't even get the woman that you put all the work in for. It's all due to politics. Then your best friend confronts you and say, Did you try to ask my girlfriend out to lunch and dinner? Did you try to ask my woman out to take a cup of coffee? And you'll first lie and deny it and say it wasn't really lunch or dinner. It was me just suggesting we should go for a cup of coffee. We were in the area. You know, my job and her job is right next door to each other, and I was just merely suggesting. So he might kind of play it off because, okay, you were just suggesting. He's not thinking at first you're going to try to steal my woman from me. But in reality, you do know that's what your number one intentions is. You want to steal her away from him because in your mind, you believe he doesn't deserve her. Because you're sick and tired of seeing them hold hands and kissing, and everywhere you go, you see everybody holding hands and kissing. You're sick of that. You want that to stop. So what do? You can't wait for the phone call or the text message to come in, so you get all happy and excited, and you convince her that. Now here's where the complication, here's where the my best friend's having sex with my woman and I'm gonna whoop his ass come in. He finds out when he goes to the gym, you know, the guys are lifting weights. So I hear that homeboy banged your woman 3 days ago. Who you talking about, man? Well, I heard Trey talk to Shawanda, and they went to Six Flags Magic Mountain, and I heard that after they spent 4 hours at Six Flags Magic Mountain, he took her to, I think, to the woods or the forest or some reservation, and he smashed that out in open reservation. Like, he actually hit it from the back, and you know, there were some people camping, and you know, he was hitting it, and you know, things of that nature. I'm like, man, stop bullshitting, dog. I'll knock you out. That's how you act when you find out somebody getting with your woman. And then you confront Trey and say, hey, Trey, I heard that you went to Six Flags Magic Mountain. And again, he lied and say, yeah, I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain. There's a different black girl or white girl named Shawanda. And he'd be like, okay, dawg, because I'm about to say, man, you know, we've been best friends for 5 years. We've been best friends for 10 years. We've been best friends for 15 years. You know, I wouldn't have to come fuck you up, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to come get that heat and shoot your ass. But you know, and I know, and the Undertaker know, you did bang that girl. And some part of you don't give a fuck because, for once, you want the girl. For once, you want to hit the ass. For once, you want some entitlement. Because your whole entire life, you've had to work your ass off for something. And no matter how hard you work your ass off, you never get it. You see other people don't work their ass off and they get stuff handed to them on a silver platter. You work your ass off for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And no matter how much work you put in, and no matter how many years of work you put in, nobody never seems to really reward you for nothing. So you get jealous and resentful because you're always working your ass off, and you always get cheated out of a golden opportunity, and you get tired of it. So you start to have the wolf mentality. If I want something, I'm gonna take it, because I'm sick of working, and people who don't work for nothing, they always seem to get it a lot faster and quicker than me, and I seem to always be doing all the work and I just get ignored. So I'm gonna start taking it from motherfuckers. That's the mentality of the wolf when he's angry and pissed. How about this one? This is another favorite one. He gets put in the friend zone, and the minute he can figure out how to get one of the girls, so in revenge, what does he do? He betrays his best friend on the basketball team or on the football team and holler at the same girl he likes. So most men don't care if it's your girlfriend. Most men do not care if it's a black woman, a white woman, a Mexican woman, or an Asian woman, or an Indian woman. They don't care what you got going on. If they see an opportunity, they turn into the bad boy. They turn into the player. And you know what really kills me? The guys who think that because they date fat girls, that they're safe. Ain't nobody safe from consequences. Ain't no one safe from exempt consequences. It don't matter if it's a fat white woman, a fat Mexican woman. Don't matter if it's a fat black woman. Don't matter if the woman is fat and out of shape. Don't matter if she 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds. If that man is sexually frustrated and it's been 5 years or it's been 10 or 15 years that he ain't had no ass and he can't take no woman out to lunch and dinner, his jealousy response will be, I'm gonna take your woman. He's not gonna care if she fat and out of shape. He ain't gonna care if she 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds. Doesn't matter if she's ghetto and she's got all these tattoos and body piercings, he'll still smash the woman. Don't matter if she young. You even got some stories where the woman has hit the wall. And the minute a woman in her 30s or 40s or 50s divorce her husband of 15 years of marriage or 20 or 25 or 30 years of marriage, as soon as she divorce and the man that's getting divorced find out she's messing with his best friend from high school or college or from the gym or from work, and he has that look like, yeah, motherfucker, fuck you. Your woman mine, fuck you. That's when he go, my own best friend getting with my ex-wife. My own best friend is getting with my ex-girlfriend. And then, because you ain't getting no ass, you say ex-girlfriend. You say ex-wife, man. That's when all the jealousy and all the rage come to the surface, and it manifests from the inside to the outside, because for so long you follow the rules, you play by the book. They told you go get a house, you spent 5 years getting you a house. You was told go get a car, it took you another 5 years to get a car. So 5 plus 5 is 10. So in 10 years, it took you 10 years to get a house or an apartment and a car. You were told you need to get 2 jobs. So you got 2 jobs. And in 15 years, the only type of women that paid attention to you were women that had kids or was fat and out of shape. And those were the only 2 times you could get a woman. You couldn't get the super fine ass supermodel or fitness model or booty model or actresses that your best friend was getting when he was playing basketball and football. And when you get a woman that have kids. They ain't your kids, they some other man's kids. So again, there goes the jealousy and resentful. I got a woman, but the kids is from another man. So you're being reminded that somebody else got it before you did. And you get the opportunity to take that away from your friend. Now that's why there be a lot of fights in the basketball court. That's why there be fights on the football field. That's why there be drive-bys and they shoot up the whole neighborhood. Same thing with gang banging. You get 2 Crip gang bangers from 6-0 that were friends for 10 years gang banging, and then one day that dude gets a chance to smash his best friend's girlfriend. He don't care if they were best friends for 5 years, for 10 years. It's the fact that he went so long getting rejected, and then sometimes this happens. You get a guy that say, well, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna go find some girl for you to date. And you date the girl, but you don't like the girl. You know, he gets you all these fat bitches, right? He get all the fat females that are 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds, and say them gonna be your girlfriends, them gonna be your hoes. Why your homeboy get all the fine ass women, and you like, why you giving me all these trashy, busted ass women, and you keep getting all the fine ass bitches and hoes? Same thing when you go to the nightclub. You see your best friend's girlfriend in the nightclub being a hoe, and some part of you go, fuck him. I don't want to text message and call him and tell him that his woman's up here being a hoe. So you see an opportunity to get at her at the nightclub. Now, sometimes that works against you, and sometimes it pays off. Then you have the one where you live in the same neighborhood as the girl that your best friend's dating, and she heartbroken, they broke up, they separated. He ain't seen his woman in 7 months, 8, 9, 10 months. And guess what? You see an opportunity to go in and get the macking. So when someone says get your own girlfriend, there is no such thing as that. That's a fantasy. That's called watching too much television and too many Hollywood movies. Because the realization is you're sick and tired of seeing people holding hands and kissing at the movie theater, at the park, at the beach, at the gym, at work. Everyone's got a girlfriend except for you. And when you talk to a woman be like, well, I'm not interested. Because a woman watch too much television, too many Hollywood movies, and too much social media. Women judge a book by its cover too much. And it's the nice guys and the good guys that you reject. It's not the bad boys, not the player. It's not the basketball player or the football player or the men that are rich and famous. It's the guys that make average to below average money that women reject 85 to 90% of the time. And then when that woman see that man 10 years later, 15, 20 years later, and he's dating women from a foreign country, that's the only time the woman want to like the guy. Because the guy had to date somebody outside the United States. And then he look at the girl and say, you never liked me or respected me. And you see, most men jump at the opportunity to steal a woman from someone. They don't care if your girlfriend's black, white, Mexican, Asian, Indian. That's why it's never a good idea to take your woman to the basketball court when you're playing pickup basketball. That's why it's not good to introduce your wife or your girlfriend to your friends from high school and college. Because they be the main ones that as soon as the opportunity presents itself, I'm going to smash your wife. I'm going to smash your girlfriend. And I don't care if we've been best friends for 5 years, for 10 years, 15, 20 years. I don't care if we best friends at work. I don't care if we're best friends at the gym or at the nightclub. I want your woman. Because I don't have a woman. And 9 times out of 10, the woman be knowing that she'd have told you 5 to 10 times, I got a boyfriend. And the man be like, I don't care if you have a boyfriend. I don't care if you're married and you got 5 kids. I want to hit that ass. And guess what? Sometimes a woman will either give the man some ass just so she can get him to go away, or have to come up with some type of lie. And here goes a bonus. I'm gonna give y'all the bonus before I finish the video. And here goes the bonus. You know how women go on road trips? Sometimes if it's a man that she know that she wanted to get with in the first place and she couldn't get with him, she'll tell him, I'm going to a Miami trip, or I'm going to Atlanta, or I'm going to Las Vegas, or I'm going to New York. And that guy will go on that same commercial airline flight with the girl, and you can use your imagination. He'll tear that ass up on the airplane. You know, you like 5,000, 10, 15, 20 miles up in the air, and you tearing that ass up. Or you could be on a train tearing that ass up. And when you get to Miami, the man could already be in Miami. The man might leave 3 or 4 days later before the girl goes to Miami, right? So homeboy go to Miami for the whole week. She only gonna be in Miami for like 3 days because she don't want her baby daddy to be calling and text messaging every 2 hours for 3 days, because he know them players and them bad boys and them basketball and football players in Miami want that ass.